Hello! Welcome to TwitchCon 2023 in Las Vegas. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm here with Reborn, who I met for the first time this year.
Hey!
And I'm also here with some random fuckstick who followed us home from the Sawscape.
Yeah, I don't know where the fuck he came from. He, just appeared in the back seat.
So, Jigsaw, how are you doing today?
That's Billy, you fucker.
Wanna make out? The dead silence makes this so much better.
Oh, yes.
But for context, this is a TwitchCon Q&A. We had this idea of a little before the convention. We said, fuck it, we're gonna meet people till Monday, and we're gonna do a little Q&A with the three of us. And I don't know if Billy will be answering any questions. We'll be finding out here in a little bit.
Yes, we will.
But yeah, we don't have too many stuff to go through, but there are three of us, so I guess depending on the length of our answers, this will probably end up being a longer video.
Oh, yeah.
But before we get into that, what was both of y'all's favorite part of the convention?
Fuck it, no.
Fuck it, that's what it was. Not really, what was your favorite part of the convention?
Finally getting to actually meet a bunch of fucking creators, because Lord knows in my small ass fucking town, you don't get to do that.
That's fair. That's fair. I will say that's a really fun part of it is meeting all the people that are just like-minded to you, especially if you're from a place like me and Reborn where we don't have that.
Including the guy that I met, shout out to Emperor Fun, who fucking made me realize that there's a limit on how many people you can follow on Twitch.
You do? Oh my god. We were talking about this earlier, but there was this guy that Reborn met, and there's a limit to how many people you can follow on Twitch, and I looked it up, and it's 2,000 people. I commend you for your work, dude, but 2,000, I would go insane. I would lose my mind.
Alright, I can't breathe in this shit.
What did you get here, man?
Yeah,
Dude,
Billy, what the
somebody
fuck?
kidnapped me,
Damn,
and they put a mask over me, and now I'm here. Last I was at Caesar's Palace.
I was at Caesar's
Last
Palace.
time I knew, and then somebody hit me over the head with something, and they put me in a mask, and now I'm here.
What day was it when you were at Caesar's Palace?
Anyway.
It was January 2nd, 1924.
What year
Alright.
is it?
Alright, but, what about you? What was your favorite part of the convention, Morley?
The convention or just the weekend in general?
The weekend of the convention.
I honestly really like the Saw.
The Saw Room is so
Saw Room is
cool.
so
My ear got blown out.
That's
Yeah,
true.
it's
He and
very
Dexter he was standing right next to one of the noise things.
Went off right in my fucking ear, and I couldn't hear until halfway home.
Yeah, no, I love the Saw escape room. It was really fun. But right at the end of it, without giving any spoilers, we got chased. So one of the actresses that was in there with us, shout out to Des. But basically what happened was we just gotten out of the last room, and all of a sudden the actor in the game, his name is Bailey, she points behind me and says, "Run." And I just turn around, and maybe about 3 feet away, I just see this fucker, completely bloodied and clothed up, and I'm just like, oh. And I just screamed to the rest of the group. I'm like, guys.
I'm in danger.
I screamed to the rest of the group. I said, guys, run! And I turned around and took off. And I was following her down the hallway, but the floor was not that good for my shoes. We ended up having to take 3 turns. So on the second turn, I slipped and I almost ate shit into the wall because I barely had enough time.
By the way, I'm not putting anything on the Saw escape room. It's my dumbass fault for fucking standing right next to an effect. I fully knew it was an effect.
Well, the thing is it's not your fault or theirs, really.
No.
I mean, shit
It is
happens.
Oh yeah.
It's just unfortunate timing.
I'm just a dumbass.
Yeah, the thing is they make the escape room safe, but it's
Yeah.
accidents will happen. There's nothing wrong with the escape room. They're a great group of people, but
Oh,
we
yeah.
also didn't do anything wrong. It was an awesome time.
Yeah, it was great.
But let's get into the questions and see what the hell's going on. We don't have
Woo! Okay.
we don't have a whole lot, but number one, we got from Solsol. Who are the content creators that inspired you to create?
I think, honestly, I got a few. So one of them's got to be obviously Ray Narvaez Jr. We've been watching him on the telly here.
Yes,
Very
we
funny
have. He's
guy.
actually up there right
He's
now.
actually up there right now. Very funny dude. That's where I get 90% of my humor from. So any humor you get from me is actually just you speaking to Ray Narvaez Jr. pretty much.
Pretty much, all right.
Ray Narvaez Jr. 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 Ray Narvaez of Apex streamers that I really like that I look up to. Let's see, Nicewig being one, Noko being another one, just those guys. And then this is gonna sound really fucking lame to like name this person because like, well, I guess not lame. It's just gonna be really sappy. But like literally one of the first streamers that like I started watching and like have kept watching is Sam. That's where I literally met like all my friends from, and like everybody that I'm like really close friends with, and now like IRL friends with.
Yeah.
For context, Sam is Sunny Day.
That's pretty much where I met both of you fuckers. So.
Yeah, and I mean it's not that cheesy or anything, because like she's the only one that I can actually name for this question. Because I have other ones, but they're all shitty people now.
Yeah, you also donate so much fucking money.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I'm gonna bleep out the names here, but for context for two of you, like, you know, A, you know, but B, y'all know.
Yeah.
Yeah, piece of shit.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
See, that will know who you're saying, and you're gonna censor your name.
Yeah. I have to censor names. If you know me personally, like, you know who I'm referring to. If you know me personally. But yeah, there's 3 creators. One of them is Sunny Day, as Worley mentioned. She's actually the streamer that got me into Twitch streaming. So I never would have started it if I had not found her channel. So she's the whole reason I'm even a streamer in the first place. But content in general, I can't name the first 2 because they're both horrible people.
Can I name one more? I just thought of another one.
Go ahead.
Okay, I don't know if you'll know who this is, but my friend Martin, he goes by 86 Hands.
I think I've heard that.
I don't know.
He is a absolutely goated, mostly FPS player, and he doesn't have hands.
God damn.
Awesome.
He has, so basically he has arms and he has like one finger, and he plays with his chin.
God
Yes,
damn.
you know who you're talking
He plays
about.
on control and he plays with his chin. He's fucking nuts,
Yeah.
dude. He is insane, and he is, I think he's my longest going online friend. I've known him since Black Ops 1.
Fuck yeah.
Like 10 or 11 years ago.
A, that's sick, and B,
And
could
just-
you imagine
Just
like
watching him, just watching him be as good as he is, and like, cause he's been like Masters in Apex, I think. He's been like high diamond in like Black Ops League play when I play with him. Watching him just be like absolutely amazing at video games and like not having hands, playing with his chin, that's like actually inspirational.
No, straight up it is. And also, this just came to mind. This is gonna be really stupid, but could you imagine like getting your shit rocked on like Black Ops 3, and like you go to a shit talk person, they're just like, I have exactly one finger and I kicked your ass, and then just be like, bruh.
Yes.
Like imagine getting sunned when you have full mobility, and you're still getting your shit rocked.
But as far as content creators, I met one this weekend who I met a really long fucking time ago. I knew he wouldn't fucking remember, because who the fuck remembers a random kid at a fucking park?
I mean, yeah.
Gassy Mexican.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
a lot of those old hard hitters, C-nanners. Fucking, shout out Anthony Shield Chaos, because you're the fucking goat. Because he's still making videos, he's still the chaotic kid that he was.
And we've got a follow-up question from Soul, which is, what kind of content creator do you aspire to be? And this is on you, Warren. You're
Yes,
up
it
first.
is.
You're up first, man.
I get to be first on the hard-hitting one. I don't have that many followers, which I'm not entirely worried about. The only reason I want more is because then that's more people I can hit, because the only reason I do streaming videos, anything like that, is it gives me a chance to take somebody out of their day they've had. Everything goes back to the life that I've had. And if I can make somebody forget their shitty ass day they had because somebody's a fucking cockwaffle, then so be it.
It was really funny you starting that, because you said, that's just more people I can hit.
I was gonna say
and then he followed up with, that's more people I can just like, take out. And I was like, what are you saying?
People are just like, yeah, I'm gathering a hit list. Everybody who follows my channel, I'm going to murder them.
I'm gathering a hit list and I'm gonna tombstone pile driver every last fucking one of you.
I'm gonna kill them all. He's just fucking ready.
But yeah, that's definitely all I want to do. Is I just want to take people out of their fucking day. Not kill them.
That's like
you're
really
safe.
close to my answer.
You're
safe,
I think it's the same for all of us, to be honest. Because like, I was gonna say something similar. It's like, I'm like, this is gonna get really depressing.
I
for a
promise I
second.
will not unalive you. Anyways, continue.
This is gonna get really depressing for a second. I was a lonely fucking kid. I wasn't like, I had no friends and talked to them. Like, I had a friend group, but I was still a pretty lonely kid because all of them got along better than they all did with me.
I mean, technically, I had a friend group too, but for the love of fuck, I never went and hung out with anybody at the school, and that was it. I never fucking saw those fuckers outside of sports or anything else.
I occasionally did, but it was like, they all got along a little better than they did with me.
Yeah.
I was usually kind of the odd man out. And I mean, I didn't have an issue with it, but like, it was, I don't know. It was in a sense of like, I just kind of was always that odd man out. It's just kind of that like drive kind of turned me into like content career. Cause I used to like, being that lonely kid, I used to come home and I'd like hop on YouTube when I got home and be like, oh hey, X person uploaded. And I would just spend like a bunch of my afternoon watching some of the new videos and just having a good time. And it's like, that's why I stream, that's why I make videos. I want to like kind of do the same thing that all of those creators back then did for me. It's like, I want to be able to give them the type of content, give like younger people the type of content that I had when I was younger. And like, the type of, I guess, like Dave writers.
I'm in it for the money.
All right, well, we're gonna end this here. I'm sorry.
No, actually, yeah, mine's just gonna be the same answer as you guys. Like,
I was gonna say, I feel like this is a pretty
It's pretty similar across the board with like, I'm pretty sure like.
I don't think we would get along if we had different motivations.
I wouldn't say it was like 90% of creators, but it is pretty similar across the board. Like some people want to do it just because they want to create, but it's like it's pretty similar across the board between like our entire friend groups. Because like it's what we do. We enjoy it. We like have memories of it, and we want to.
We all like playing games. We all like hanging out. Why not just like put it out there for other people to enjoy as well?
Exactly. Yeah.
We all like torturing Lou. It's a great time.
Great time.
Exactly.
Speaking of torture, let me go give the mask.
Oh God. All right. Question number 3 from Sai. What are some mistakes
Hi, Sai.
you've learned from What are some mistakes you've learned from? I'm gonna have a stroke. I'm sorry. There's a typo in this. What are some mistakes you've learned from content creation? But it's actually typed in as.
Oh, I see it.
What are some mistakes you've learned from in content creation?
In content.
And that screwed me up. That threw me off a little bit. But we're good. So, Worley, what are some mistakes you learned from content creation?
How to explain it? Like just like being in contact with like the wrong people.
Yeah.
Because like there's definitely gonna be some people that are like pieces of dookie that you just don't want to mess with, and like you have to kind of like get a vibe for them first before you like interact with them.
They're dookie for
Absolutely.
There's definitely been a couple of people that I've like been friends with for a little while, and then it turned out that they're big pieces of shit.
Yeah.
So it's more or less just like not jumping into something, I guess.
Yeah. This is probably like the biggest mistakes I've ever made. But one of the things I never knew starting out was like the dangers of like parasocial contact. And it did screw me over at first. Like I'm friends with these people, and there's a better understanding of boundaries now. But like early on, like there were just some people in my community. Some are still here, some are no longer here. But there was like there's just this issue of parasocial relationships because I was like the buddy friendly stream. I would talk to people, I would get involved, and that kind of just led to be a problem eventually. Because it was like, oh, I really can't keep doing this stuff because it's just gonna keep digging me a deeper grave. So I'm kind of backed off a little bit, and I'm like friends with certain people now. And there's some people I'm just like, hey, you're part of my community, but like we are not on that friendship level. Just so, like nothing parasocial happens again.
Yeah, exactly. Biggest thing, and it's kind of advice at the same time. Not everybody is.
If anyone has seen Spider-Verse, that was exactly what that felt like. Just the bless you, like the shoulder grab.
This is definitely kind of advice too. Not everyone is going to have your best interest with their attention.
Absolutely.
Because I'm fucking older than both of these fuckers. I've learned in this one. Okay, let's not take it that fucking far.
Wow. He's not even a decade older than me. What do you mean combined?
Sorry.
You've been talking about people talking shit about you. I've been called old so many fucking times on this goddamn trip.
It's funny, you're not even that much older than me though.
No, exactly.
Literally. Like here's
and you've been one of them to fucking do it, you bastard.
Here's the best part. We're all in the same decade range.
Yeah.
Nobody's a decade older than each other here.
Not here.
The three of us.
The three of us.
You're 22. I'm fucking 32, you bitch.
Yeah, but I turned an age closer. We're 9 years and something. That is within a decade.
Okay.
That is within a decade. Not sponsored.
Don't say it. I'm blocking a brand. I have
Absolutely.
something else to add to that question. Is putting too much on your plate. So
Absolutely.
like, let's say you want to get into content creation, you're going to be recording, you're going to be editing, you're going to be like learning how to audio engineer, all these things.
It also depends on the type of content you make.
Also the type of content. So like if you're just going to do streaming, like that's
Well, then no, it
not
still
like,
applies to streaming. 'Cause it's like,
well,
you know,
it's not as much as like YouTube though, because like with
It's
streaming,
not.
it's just there. But like if you want to do like short form content like TikTok, you're gonna have to learn how to edit. You're gonna have to learn how to do all this stuff, especially like with YouTube stuff. So like just putting too much on your plate and like being overexhausted and then being like, oh, I can't do this. It's too much, and then just like quitting or like losing motivation and not doing it for a while. Like that's just like a big thing as well. Is just to not do too much all at once.
yeah, you got to be very careful about it. Next question is going to be, what is your funniest moment while streaming? This one is more
I got
recent.
one.
This was an Outlast Trials thing, and it's actually, I
Mine's also
believe,
Outlast Trials.
it's actually in the video I uploaded a little bit ago. But basically, what happened is this was our first round in the in like this basically power the generator and escape thing.
You're gonna
and
say the exact same thing I'm gonna say.
no, probably not, because it was me and King were involved.
Oh, okay.
But
Me and King were involved also.
Yeah, well, yeah, but it was me and King. We were standing near a thing, and one of those doors opens and releases one of the bad guys. So we bolt into a room together, and the guy starts following us because it hears us shut the door. And then I jump into one of the barrels, and I can just look up and see his character staring down. And he just starts. He's like, "You son of a bitch!" And he just like
I remember
runs
that.
off in fear
Was I
as the
there?
guy chases. You were
I
there.
think I remember that.
Yeah, you were there. You weren't in the room with us.
I love when King gets like really like hyped or something, and he like starts doing his like screaming that he does.
Yes.
Well, it's the
I
best
fucking
when he
love it
has
so
like that,
much.
that terrified, like, you know.
He gets
adrenaline.
the really
When
He
that
gets really high pitched. He's like, "You fucking."
When that man gets terrified, it's great because it sounds like a fucking monkey is screaming at you.
Literally, it's the best.
It's amazing.
Listen,
We love you, King.
what the fuck's this GTA thing?
Oh,
Monkey
it's
Man?
no, it's
No monkey, no circus.
fuck. What is it?
No monkey, no circus. Fuck. It's
Monkey Brain.
Monkey Brain. That's
Oh,
it.
it's Monkey Brain.
I said, I said,
I can't do it.
I can't do it. I said Monkey Man. Jesus Christ.
Shameless self-promotion, my TikTok. There's a video
How dare you.
where so it's one of those doors that it's cooperative action. You have to open the door.
This is where you and King got murdered.
Shut up.
Yo.
So it's a cooperative action. There's one person has to be on this side and the other person has to be on this side. You both bash it. And the guy with the warden or whoever was like chasing both of us. And I was in front, King was behind me, and I went up these stairs to the front of here. And King was like, "Whirly, hurry up, Whirly, hurry up." And I didn't know what he was talking about. And I looked back and he's like getting ready to bash it. I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know." And so I come over there and he gets hit. Or no, he gets grabbed, and then I kicked the warden off. And I'm like, "All right, King, let's go."
And King
he-
runs
King-
off.
And King's like getting recuperated over here. He's like, "Okay, hold on." And then I get bashed. I was like, "Oh, bullshit." And then I run away over here. And he's like, "Whirly, hurry up, please." And it was just like back and forth. And then we both end up getting down and get killed.
Yeah, because basically what happened is by the time they both got to the door, Whirly gets on the door, King gets knocked down, and he's out at that point. And then immediately after that, while Whirly's in the prone position to like take the door out, then he gets down, and I'm on the other side of the map listening to them scream.
Yeah,
and panic
I
as
want to
they're
know what
trying-
your thought process was. Like, what are these guys doing?
No, literally, I can tell you exactly what my thought process was. I was sitting there and I'm thinking, what the fuck am I listening to? And it's the best
And
thing.
then I remember hearing you like, "Did you guys just both get down?"
Yeah, because I had to do it solo after that. I picked Whirly up and he died again like 3 minutes later. So I had to do that
That
solo.
game is so fun though.
It's insanely fun. I want to get back into it.
I need to buy it.
Yeah.
But one where I just got hysterical was probably recently playing Scriblio. Because
That's fair.
It
Scribbly
was
is really
It
funny.
was me, Megan, her brother. We call ourselves the Derp Sticks because we're stupid. But me, Megan, her brother, and her brother's best friend Michael, which is fucking awesome. I don't know if I've fully ever told you guys about him, but
You have.
his name is Peg Leg Trooper, which is great. Well, he has only one leg.
Oh, okay.
He has a prosthetic
I probably
leg, so we
shouldn't
call
be
him.
laughing at that.
Oh no!
I can
He'll
take
lo-
the other one.
He will love you for laughing at that.
I can take the other one.
This is a band where we had a party and he was sitting there, took his leg off, and started going like this, dancing.
I love people like that. I absolutely love people like that.
People who have like injuries and stuff like that and like just make the best out of it are my favorite people because they're like the most lighthearted people you'll
Oh, yeah.
ever meet.
But it was like 2 clips back to back. They're both on my TikTok. And it cracked me up because in one, Megan got the fucking word seizure. For those who don't know, my fiance has epilepsy. So the fact that she was given seizure as a fucking word is glorious.
Please tell me she just rolled on the floor.
Oh,
That'd be really funny.
she fucking like wrote a person and it was like lines next to it to show the shaking. I was like, what the fuck is this? It popped up. I'm like, no fucking way. But
She should have just like wrote me.
then the next clip, it's me telling Megan, like, I have to clip that because it was funny. And he goes, oh, we have another good one. He got the word walk. And he wrote, I can't, and put an underline, and I immediately guessed it and started dying laughing.
Dude, Scriblio is taking no fucking hostages.
I legit was laughing so fucking hard that Megan could hear me in the other room, but you couldn't hear me on Discord.
And then, alright, next question's from King. What has been your biggest challenge/regret while streaming? To keep it short, I'm only gonna go with the one. But I'd say my biggest challenge and regret is not taking it seriously enough at first. And
Mine's in the same thing.
Yeah, I don't mean like in the sense of like, oh, you know, I just wanted to grow. It's like, I mean, growing is nice, but at the same time, I just didn't take it seriously enough. I kind of blew stuff off. I never really made a schedule. And then I just kind of like let stuff kind of happen when it did. Because like at first my community was going really well. I was streaming on a regular basis. People knew what I was going to do live, and I stopped doing that, and it just kind of fucked me over. What about you? Biggest regret? Biggest challenge?
My biggest regret.
I mean, I said that mine is just gonna be the same vein. It was just like not, I guess, taking it as seriously. Like, I would do it. I would do stuff. I'd stream. I'd like grab clips and stuff. But then I wouldn't do anything with it just because I like.
You just have them.
I just have them sitting there, and I just either get lazy or I just lose motivation, and it's just like. Well, now I just can't do it now because like I don't have the motivation to do it, and then suddenly I'll get a burst of motivation and be like, oh, I want to stream, and then I stream for like 3 hours and it's like, all right, well that's done. Now what do I do? And then,
Yeah, it's kind of like that mentality of like, you know, you gotta like, streaming's fun and all, but then you gotta work on the other platforms. So once you end stream, it's like, you know, you got another 3-4 hours of work of like, all right, time to find clips, edit them down, get everything situated, post, like get them scheduled.
that's why I think like having not just like a stream schedule, but also having like a content creation schedule as well, where it's like, this day is specifically for like streaming, and then this day is specifically for like grabbing clips, putting them somewhere, organizing everything, and you have all that, and then this day is specifically for like actually editing them. And,
yeah, it's also why it's good, like, if you get a chance, like, to have, like, a team working with you, too. I mean, I know that's not feasible for a lot of small streamers. Like, God knows it's not.
But it's pretty easy to, like, hire editors and stuff.
It is.
That
Like,
way
if
you
you
can,
have
like, take a little bit of a load off.
If you have, like, a little bit of disposable income that you could work with, like, hire editors, hire people to help you, like, out with that. Because it will take off so much work.
I think that's going to be the major thing that's going to help me soon, because the plan pretty soon, because the main reason why I'm financially not as, like, me making it here was through a couple people being fucking really nice. Shout out to my friend. I'm not going to say his name because I don't want to get him in trouble.
Say his name and we'll bleep it out.
Dox him.
No.
What's his address?
He used to be a scout for college, and he had retired, and he had like a ton of points for fucking Southwest. He's like, well, I'm buying your flight for you then.
Fuck
It's
it,
the
man.
only reason I'm fucking here. So thank you, my dude.
Woo! Give a round of applause for that guy. Woo!
Hey, when you buy my phone? I'm kidding.
But fuck, what the fuck was I saying?
Biggest regret, biggest challenge.
Oh yeah, that. Biggest regret, I think, somewhat what you guys were saying, but also, I think it's the fact that I took it too lightly. Because I thought in my pea-brain little fucking mentally ill head that if I just be funny, that'll shoot off. And that's not the case. Everybody can be funny.
That's the thing. That's the thing as well, is like everybody who's not a content creator, like always thinks that at first, is what I've noticed. Like, I see thousands of comments on social media every day, and they'll just be like, it'll be aimed at any number of content creators. It'll be aimed at like sex workers, like all of these content creators that are out there. And like these people will just be like, oh, it's so fucking easy, get a real job. And it's like, I don't think many of y'all are aware that content creation is harder than most of the jobs that you could fucking work in your entire life. And the reason I say it's like, yeah, no, it's not like, you know, you're not gonna fucking die if you fuck up like an electrical engineering box or some shit like that. It's not like that type of like thing, but it's dangerous in the sense of like, you know,
I feel like it's more mentally challenging.
it's more mentally challenging because there's
a
like
lot of stuff.
because you
Like,
see a lot of hate towards you, or you can, but it's that, and it's on top of that too. It's just like there's so many more hurdles to overcome because a lot of these other jobs have like a path through colleges and path through all this.
That's
and
exactly
then you
what
have
I
to
was
get
saying.
into content creation. Then it's like, okay, all like there's no path. You just kind of have to do what you do and let work the way you think it's going to go for you, and you have to hope it works. And if it doesn't work, that's it.
Outside of that, I think the other one would be, especially after this weekend, using more fucking tools to make shit easier.
Exactly. That's what I'm going to be doing too. Like the amount of companies I met here, I'm going to start using them because it's going to make a lot more shit like easy on me.
Make shit easier.
Yeah. And I mean, these next two questions by Sai are my like absolute favorite on this list.
Hi, Sai.
The first, yeah, hello Sai. But the first one of these is if you reset and went back to when you started streaming with the knowledge you have now, what would you change?
Literally everything.
Straight up, I would change everything. I started off under the wrong brand and switching over fucked me over. I would change so much. I would make all of my stuff like that much more interactive from the jump, and I would put more work into like actually carefully crafting a brand before I started.
I would do everything that I did up until COVID and then just get big off of Among Us. Like literally half of the fucking streaming platform.
Follow all the popular games and blow up now. I would make like the community that much so much more engaging, like just from the jump.
I feel like there's not a whole lot I would change. Like, I know I don't have much of a channel, but at the same time, I don't think there's a whole lot I would change because I feel like I had to go from that transition. Because for anybody who doesn't know, Reborn Outcast has not always been my name. Outcast has always been.
Wait! What?
It's
You
not.
just shattered this entire man's worldview.
Reborn Outcast has not always been my name. I started out as American Outcast off of a wrestling nickname.
I forgot about American Outcast.
And then I realized, like, I don't fit the mold.
Fuck
of,
this
like,
country. I don't want to be associated with this bullshit.
Well, not just that. I was sitting there. It really came about when I was trying to like make my life a little better.
Yeah.
At that time, I was still self-destructive as fuck.
Rebirth.
But I started thinking, I'm like, what the fuck can I go off of? And I started thinking about my cousin who would consistently talk to me about being a Phoenix. And what word can I use? Because Phoenix is used a lot in fucking social media.
It is.
It really is. So I'm like, what word can I use? And I'm starting looking through words. I'm like, rebirth doesn't make sense. So I thought about it, like, reborn.
Reborn Outcast.
Reborn Outcast. There you go. So
Hell yeah.
that's what started that whole thing. And then not long after that, honestly, because I'm trying to think when I changed it to Reborn Outcast.
It was before I met you, because you were not American Outcast when I met you.
And I'm trying to think of when I met you.
Like 2019, 2018. Early 2019, very late 2018, I want to say.
You know what? I know when it was. It was like 2016.
Yeah, it was like a year or two before we met.
Because it wasn't long after I met Megan.
Yep.
And I wanted to be a lot better. And I didn't quite get there until like 2 years after we started dating. Because there was like a month there where me and her were not together. Because I'm an idiot.
It happens.
But I've just done a lot of things since then, but I felt like there had to be a change. And that was the biggest thing I could do, so that was what happened.
That's valid. And I mean, hilariously enough, he just answered the next question, which is also by Sai. How did you choose your persona online?
Oh, hey, yeah, that worked.
Literally just answered this next question without even thinking.
I'm doubling it up. Catch
Yes.
up, fuckers.
But for me, it was, it's actually in a similar sense to Reborn's answer, but I chose LuciKOH through the sense of like, now here's the thing. I've always kind of, as a writer, I've always kind of been in love with the idea of a character who was, you know, paraded as a horrible person, like paraded as bad, but it's because they did the things they had to do. It's how I've written, like, if you've ever read any of my work, it's like, it's how I've written almost every character. Like, you know, they're largely, if you look at them from an outside standpoint, you would see some of the things they've done, and you're like, wow, they're really fucking bad. And then you see the reasons why they did what they did, and you're like, oh. I didn't know like the story behind it. And I was like, and that's why I went with the whole like Lucifer persona, and it was just because like I joke often saying, oh, it was just a name. It's like it's not to me. It's a thing of like in my life, I know I've done bad. I know I've done bad. I know I've hurt people. I know I've done a lot of things that I'm not proud of.
Everyone does.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just.
Yeah, that's
Shut
also
the
true.
fuck.
That's also true. I'd fuck this man right now. But no, it was like in a sense of like, I know I've done a lot that isn't good, but I also know that some of the bad that I've done was justified and well worth it. And that's why the Lucifer persona kind of just reached out to me, because it was like, yes, in actual mythologies of sort like Christianity and like other ones, the devil is, you know, an actual bad thing. But there's also thousands of other mythologies apart from Christianity and other things. I'm gonna get so much hate for calling that mythology, and I don't give a shit.
Oh my god, you call that mythology?
But yeah, like there's also so many other things that kind of portray the devil as someone who isn't as bad as people say, and they're just somebody who's like, yeah, I did horrible things, but I did it for a fucking reason. And that's kind of where that persona reached out to me, because I've always like written characters of mine based off myself, and Lucifer was just another character that I wrote in like the endless personas that I have.
That's a cool story. Back when I got my name, my favorite Pokemon was Pidgeotto, and he used to move Whirlwind.
You've told me that before, and I was just waiting for your explanation because I'm like, oh, Whirly's gonna be not near
Me and Reborn have got this whole backstory. Whirly's just like, yeah, I played Pokemon.
No, the reason that whenever somebody asks me like a similar question, the reason I give them is usually like, oh, I used to live in Texas, which is at the bottom of Tornado Alley. And at the time, like, I wanted a really, like, heavy hitting, like, dubstep name, because I was before, like, online creation, I obviously did music. So I was like, I want a really heavy hitting dubstep name, so, like, Tornado, Whirlwind, you know.
Darude Whirlwind.
But the real reason is I
funny,
played Pokemon one time, and my favorite Pokemon was Pidgey.
It's funny as hell you just said Tornado, because that was at one time my wrestling name.
Tornado?
Hell yeah.
Yes. The Human Disaster.
Force of Nature Brothers.
And that's because Victor is an idiot and was very, very destructive with his own body.
It happens.
But no, yeah, the actual reason was
I played Pokemon.
I played specifically Pokemon Leaf Green one time, and one of my favorite Pokemon was Pidgeotto at the time, and it had a move called Whirlwind.
That's the one thing.
And it just sounded cool. I was like, oh, it sounds
speaking
cool.
of Pokemon, that's one thing I realized is my Pokemon is not a popular one. It's probably not going to have any like merch for it or anything
Wait, your
else.
favorite Pokemon?
Yes.
Who's your favorite Pokemon?
Golduck.
Valid.
Why
But-
is it gold?
But
Bro, I liked Psyduck, but at the same time, the evolution I felt because
It's just a cool
Back in-
Psyduck.
yeah, but back in Gen 1, if you use Golduck in like blue or red, it could be fucking fire. Like
Oh,
it
yeah.
could fucking beat the shit out of so many Pokemon. And I just
Okay.
grew to
I
fucking
can
like
see
it.
And I mean, I will say as well, when it comes to picking like names off of the most random things, like that's how I came up with Slayer. Is my fucking 12-year-old self was just like, this is a cool fucking name. It was not. It was not.
Slayer V's Gaming.
Yep.
Because that's exactly what it fucking looks like. Because you're an idiot and capitalized the fucking V.
Yep.
Slayer
Slayer V's. And coming back, honestly, to the whole name origin thing, it just made me think. I had made a tweet while sitting there waiting for that wrestling panel. Just like, you know, I've teased it a lot. I think I actually should start recording videos about my fucking story.
It's fun to do. Like, I enjoy it.
Mostly because, like, when I try to explain it to people, they're like, this is really long and convoluted. And, like, how much shit are we about to go through? I'm not even halfway through. What the fuck?
Yep.
Are you okay?
Are you okay? No.
Alright.
No.
I've never been okay.
You see, my favorite thing when people ask questions like that, like if I like tell them something like that's really fucked up, they'll be like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
No, because we were talking. Like, I'm gonna go on a bit of a just random sidetrack. We were talking to this girl last night at the convention, and Reborn had stepped away for a second, but we were chatting, and I was telling her basically like, "Yeah." Oh, we were talking about, we got onto the topic of traffic somehow, and I was telling her like, yeah, in San Francisco you just kind of walk and hope no one hits you, and she's like, yeah, you haven't been hit by any cars yet, right? And I was like, no, I've been hit 3 times. And she's like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, yeah, I'm good. Just the most nonchalant, yeah,
About Mayor's throw up.
Yep. And then this is the other question about PlayNation, which literally just says, "How are you?" I'm gonna tell you this right now. Our answer is gonna be the same. We're all fucking exhausted from the weekend.
We're fucking
Like I'm
No,
gonna
I'm
tell
pretty
you.
chill.
I'm gonna tell you this right now.
You lying.
I didn't get much. I didn't get much sleep this whole weekend. This motherfucker slept till for 12 hours.
Wait, did I?
We went to bed
Today?
around. We went to bed around 1 a.m. and you woke up at 1 p.m.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched like some of that movie.
Yeah, but you woke up around 1 p.m.
Was that
like
1
12
p.m.?
Yeah, that was around 12:44 when you woke up.
Yeah.
You were out for a solid 12 hours.
Remember this?
It was at this point that my phone ran out of storage and the recording crashed, but this was almost every question we got. The only other ones we missed were PlayNation's last question on did we enjoy TwitchCon, which we did answer in the very beginning of the video. So, as always, I do hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video. Have a good one, y'all. If you haven't already, check out the TwitchCon blog to see the rest of our experience while we were in TwitchCon Vegas. Peace out.